All right, I will hereby call to order this regularly scheduled meeting of the Sunderland Select Board. The time is 6:31 p.m. Our first order of business will be the approving the minutes from our last joint Select Board Finance Committee meeting on 1/12/2026. Do I have a motion to approve those minutes?
So I don't see those minutes in the folder.
Are those not in the folder? No,
I'm
you're
sorry,
right.
I was busy admitting people. And I apologize, Nathaniel. We didn't, they were not ready for tonight's meeting.
Alrighty, we will do that next time then. Moving on to our first order of new business. We should we go over let's push the highway ice wages stuff until the end so we don't have to make our guests wait around the entire time, if that makes sense, Becky.
Oh, that is perfect. Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate that.
So in that case, let's start with the town clerk's budget request.
Hi, Wendy. I know you're in the audience. Did she drop off?
You might be muted.
Wendy? Wendy, I know you're on your iPhone. Can you please join the meeting to present your budget? Hi, Wendy. Um,
Becky, you might have to go and unmute her yourself. If you go to participants on the left of that same bar where the recording was, and find
okay.
Wendy's phone, you should be able to click it and oh, there
Can
it
you
is. She
hear me
unmuted
now?
her. Yeah, we can hear you now. There we go.
Okay, my screen kind of froze.
Alrighty.
Good evening, Wendy. Thank you for joining us to review your budget.
Thank you for having me.
Great. Did you want to start off by reviewing the spreadsheet or the justification?
It doesn't matter. They're both kind of the same. Uh, the justification tells you what I'm spending money on. And those numbers should be plugged into the spreadsheet. The big expense is the elections because we have 3 next year opposed to the 1 from this year. And I believe everything on the town clerk expenses is pretty much the same.
Nathaniel, we did not take time to have the FinCom come into order.
Good call. I wasn't sure they had quorum when we started, but it looks like they do. Val, do you want to call your board into session?
Can I call the Finance Committee of January 26 into session?
Indeed.
I need a
Time
gavel.
is 6:35.
Thank
Good
you,
call,
Val.
Becky. Thank you.
Sorry, Wendy.
Oh, no, that's fine. I think it might be easier to take questions. If
Becky,
anyone...
I know that we've all been sent things in these emails, but is there any way that Becky could share the main sheet on Zoom? The share screen, it might be easier than all of us working with so many different screens.
Yep, I apologize. I'm trying to do that here. It's not as obvious as I thought it was going to be. That's not working. House tools.
While she's doing that, can you tell us what the increase on elections line item is?
Yeah, and that should be right into the justification page. But it's memory cards, ballots, the handicap machine.
Yep.
the census all goes under that with the supplies to mail out the census, because the census is what keeps voters active, inactive. It's a way for the town to keep in touch with their residents
Yep.
so that we know that they're there. I don't have, my budget was cut last year. So I'm also trying to make the money I have for this year last this year. If not, some things I'm going to have to put off till next year. But the increase, if you go back a few years, you'll see that it is maybe like, I don't have it in front of me, $1,000 more than it was in maybe 2024, if somebody can read that, where we did have a 3-election year.
Becky, do you want me to share the screen so it shows up?
I just found it, but you're welcome to if you got it right
Well,
there.
no, if you found it, go ahead and do it. It's better if you do it, but
I apologize. It'll just take a minute at this point.
Wendy, can I ask a quick question while we're waiting?
Of course.
Oh, thank you, my dear. Sorry, I've been shoveling all day. I'm probably a mess. But is it simply 3 times what it normally would be since there's 3 elections, or is it a little less than that?
So it's 2 more elections than we have this year.
Right.
And then also within that elections group is part of the things that we do all year long, every year, like the census, having the machines programmed to read ballots and to order ballots for the local election, and the supplies, all that kind of stuff. It just is more money per election.
I'm just wondering if you save a little bit because there's 3 of them and there's economies of scale. If some of the processes you do for one election can overflow into the other 2.
Well, that certainly could help with early voting,
Right.
And mail-in voting. But mail-in voting on the town side is very expensive.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
So there's nothing you can do. You just have to pay it. You have to pay the expenses for early voting by mail in the office and then election day.
Right. And for the census, are we required to do it every single year?
Yes, we are.
Is that state or federal required?
That's state.
Yeah.
Everybody can see the budget at this point.
no.
We can see your
Yes.
your screen, but it isn't open.
What?
It's just showing
Your
your list of
Oh,
files.
because I'm
Has-
sitting here looking at the document and you can't see it.
Right. So maybe share your screen instead of share the documents.
Or pull the document over to the other screen if you have 2 screens.
Does the finance committee not have the budget?
I can't find it. It doesn't mean that we didn't get it.
Yeah, no. But maybe Crystal could just give the amounts so that you can see.
There we go.
All right,
She's
there we
got
go.
it.
Perfect.
I should have asked earlier. I'm sorry. I could see it and I didn't know you couldn't.
All right, so it looks like the election wages and expenses are going from 5 and 30 or 83, so 13,300 up to 12 and 19,800. Those are the numbers we're talking about right now, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So looking about 100% up overall on each one of those lines, which going back to Joe's question, looks like there is some economy of scale. It's not a 200% increase to go from 1 to 3, so that there is some savings there with shared overhead and whatnot.
Yeah, well, and it may be because it was cut down last year.
Mhm.
The budget was cut. So it's not a true reflection too of a 1 year. It's lower than it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Wendy, we really appreciated you pitching in as well as Highway to help us and other departments, including the treasurers, to help us get us through last year.
Yeah, and then just Wendy, on that town clerk expense line, I'm sure your increase is more than 10 cents. So can you just
Yeah,
redo that?
there's a problem with that column.
Okay,
So I think this is the old one. It says money percentage at the top of the column, but that column itself, the formula was percentage.
okay.
So I think Becky probably has the one. I wasn't sure if she wanted percentage or dollar amount, so she was gonna fix that up.
Which
So,
Okay.
but it looks
makes
like you
sense
got the old
because
one.
the increase is about 10%. So that 10 cents is most likely a 0.10 in percentage, which is the 10% increase that it is. Because it's an increase of what, $610? So yeah, that kind of makes sense there.
I didn't notice that when I submitted it,
Alright.
that it was different.
Yep. All right. Any questions from Crystal or Dan?
I'm all set with this.
Dan?
Yeah, I'm good with this. Just as long as we clean it up before we, to have a final submittal would be good. But
Yep, of course. All right.
A quick
FinCom.
question. Yeah, quick question. So it looks like 24 town clerk took a negative 10% and then 25 positive 10% salary. Am I reading that right? Small for me.
Yeah, no, the salary increase hasn't been submitted. It's what everybody else gets.
Yeah, okay. Because you're notorious for not giving yourself a raise. I just want to make sure you're getting
No,
something.
no, I get them. I just get the
Yeah.
same percentage as everyone else.
Okay.
Okay, great. Val, anyone else from the FinCom? Any questions?
I'm good. Anybody else?
Sure, my budget is a tough one because it goes up and then it goes way up and then it goes all the way down. And it really is driven by the number of elections that we have and the huge increase from 10 years ago is just that we've added voting by mail and in the office, no excuse voting, which people really like.
Mhm.
Healthy democracy, so it's an expense the town can certainly bear. All right. Any last chance for questions for Wendy? All right. Thank you very much, Wendy. We appreciate
Thanks.
it as always.
Thank you.
Thank you for all you do.
Thanks.
Thank
Have
you,
a good
Wendy.
night.
Have a great night yourself. All right, let's do treasurer next. I think I saw Heather in the
I'm right here.
perfect. All right.
Go ahead. You guys ask me questions. I'll try to answer.
And I'll try to get our budget up.
Yep.
Alrighty. Let me pull up your budget as well.
Counting it.
Becky, do we want to first talk about the insurance?
Sure, yeah.
You want
And
me to give them the news or?
I'm already sitting down, so this is as good time as any.
yes,
So, well, we're not 100% sure, but it's right now they're saying 14% increase.
Okay.
14.4
Yep.
or 5.
But I think it might look a little bit better by the time the smoke clears.
She
But-
is saying it could go down, which
Yeah.
and it's all thanks to the vote that was taken at the MMA. Well, at least 5% of it was because of their voting on the GLP-1.
Yeah.
and no longer providing it so generously as they were before. Okay, I'm sorry, Heather, I'm having trouble. You're
No,
back.
go ahead. Yeah.
Your budget wasn't right there. Okay, so that's not it. If someone else sees the budget and can put it up faster than me, don't hesitate. I apologize. I'm not finding this one in the main folder.
Not seeing it in the SharePoint either.
Is it the
What's that?
accountant?
Yeah.
The
Oh,
accountant's there. It's the treasurer
Oh,
collector.
okay, treasurer. All right.
Heather, I know you sent it in.
Mm-hmm.
I have a PDF of it that came in an email.
Might as well give it a shot,
can you
Val.
try sharing your screen?
I can, but then I'm gonna have to make it how to go. Oh, I can't share.
Oh, I can let you share.
But then I might have to go sideways. How do I do that?
You've got help. You've got help. Okay, so you should be able to share.
Okay. So this is it. Let's see, how do I change the orientation? I know how to do this. Um,
Val, I
is
have
that
it up. It's on the right-hand side if you are in Adobe. I also have it up if you want me to share it.
Allie?
Yeah, it's up to, actually, it looks like Val might have it up.
yeah, but mine's crooked.
You can't
Well,
rotate it on
you
the
can do it,
right?
Allie. I can't remember how to switch it right now. I tried and then I didn't know what I was
Okay,
doing.
hang on.
It takes 1 million people to have a Zoom meeting in Sunderland.
And I appreciate every single one of you.
Still beats trying to get to the town hall today.
Oh gosh, right. All right, are we looking at the right option here?
Looks
Uh,
like
Is it
it.
right?
Looks like
Perfect.
mine. Yep.
Yep. All right. Just let me know where to navigate.
So there'll be a number of pages.
Yep, there's 8.
Heather, it looks like you're starting on unemployment.
Okay. Let's see.
So it looks like this is a level request from last year.
Yes.
12
Yep.
last year, 12 this year. Okay.
Yep. I was just going to say that.
And it
Yep.
looks like our expenditure on that is usually more in the $4,000 range.
Right.
Did we have any spiked out years where it was much higher than that, or is this an item where we could maybe back it from 12 to 10 and not risk having that be an issue?
We probably could back it off a little bit. Um, I don't remember anything like really spiking in the past few years, so
Okay.
we could probably drop it to 10 and still be okay.
All right. Becky, if you could make a note to have us check what the last 5, 10 years look like on that. And if we don't have anything over 10,000 in the last 5, 10 years, I'd like to try to drop that to 10.
Okay.
Because it looks like we're just sort of leaving $8,000 in there year after year. And if that's the case over the long term, no need to do that.
Okay, I will look into that and bring that back.
Great.
The unemployment line.
Allie, can you scroll down to the next one?
Yep.
What's the next one? Oh,
This one is total of
Salaries.
salaries.
salaries. You
So
guys can
all-
skip.
All these salaries in the fiscal year 2027 request, you filled in something, but really it'll be based on what the recommendation for town is, right?
For the most part, yeah. I think I was kind of asking for a little something just because
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go for my hopefully treasurer certificate. And just trying to keep up with what the other towns in the area treasurers and collectors are have for a salary.
Okay, so that would be the 66,981 for this current year,
Yeah,
and you have 73,680 in there for
that would be the total.
okay.
And
I,
what
I don't know where
percent?
that 83 524 came from. I'm just looking at that now. I don't know where that came from.
I
Oh,
think that's just a
That's
total
the
of all of
total.
yep,
the
yep,
lines
yep,
below it.
yep. Just as I said it, I realized it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So Heather,
Um,
do you have the treasurer's certificate now or?
Not yet. I have taken all the classes and everything, and I am scheduled to take my exam in a couple months.
Good
Hopefully
luck.
pass it. Fingers crossed.
Okay.
It's a very hard exam.
all right, and then the other two line items, the $1,000, that's the
For the collector having my certification from being a collector.
gotcha.
And then of course sales assistant is payroll clerk.
Yep.
Which
Okay.
that yeah, that I don't think that's moved much. I don't think I moved it at all.
Okay.
No, and it was quite a bit under in the last 2 years.
Yep.
Wonderful. All right, Crystal, any other questions for Heather?
Yeah. So just the other thing is if we could get the what was budgeted and expended in 2025 and 2026 on there.
For the
Um,
salaries?
yeah,
Yep, yep, I could do that. Sure.
just, you know, because it just kind of helps with trending.
Mm-hmm. I
Sure.
could tell you probably
Yeah,
25.
unfortunately I won't remember them, and this is
Well,
just being
okay,
a PDF. We can't get the
sure.
number in there yet.
No, no, don't worry about it. I'll get it for you the next
Yeah,
day or
thank
so.
you.
Sure.
Wonderful. Dan, any questions on this page?
No, I'm good.
Anything from FinCom on this page before we move on?
I had the same question that Crystal did.
Perfect.
Request.
As
Um,
a domestic terrorist who's going to execute cops. There's no evidence to support.
I'm so glad that wasn't Zoom bombing.
Yep. All right. If I don't hear any other questions about this page, we'll move on to the next page.
Allie, could you make it just a little bit bigger?
I will do my best.
There's that. Oh, you're awesome. Thank you.
No
Wonderful.
problem.
All right. So it looks like the collector line
I'll add
item.
IT support.
Collector line item is it not changing at all? 38.5 or no?
Pretty much stayed the same. I took some away from Unibank because we don't have anything to borrow. But I did add a little bit to postage. As we all know, postage went back up.
Yep. Okay.
And we did get a new postage machine. So that increased only $132 per year.
Okay.
Which that machine will be installed, should be this week, if not next.
Okay.
But other than that, pretty much everything stayed the same. Vadar, I kind of took a little stab at, I shouldn't say it that way, but I kind of estimated a little bit. That could be lower than what I'm anticipating.
Okay. That's the 12,000 for the
Yep.
Vadar there. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
All right.
I don't think we're going to have an increase this year.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I wasn't 100% sure. I couldn't really get a hold of the paperwork for that, so
Okay, I'll pull that
kind of
up for you,
leaned.
Heather.
Yep.
Yeah, if we can figure out what that actual is and try to get that more aligned with that, that'd be great.
Sure.
Might be able to pull another 2,000 out of there. And
Yep.
then the quick question on the postage. Is this postage separate from any postage that you would incur for the election stuff, or is that all the postage for everything is in this one line item?
Honestly, I didn't concur with Wendy, so I don't know. I mean, but she does use it, obviously.
Okay. I just
So
want to make sure we're preparing ourselves to have enough money in the postage fund for
right.
election year.
Yep. I know sometimes when there's a lot, I think she does. I think sometimes she does have some in her budget, but I don't know. This should carry us. I hope.
Okay.
And she does have an extra couple thousand in her budget.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Just curious on that one. All right. Thank
Yeah.
you. Crystal, Dan, any questions on this page?
I'm all set, thanks.
All set, thank you.
FinCom?
Just so you know, Wendy added into the chat that she said it should include postage.
Okay.
Okay. Great.
Yep. And there should.
That answers my questions. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. Next page, please, Allie. All right. So this is our assessment from the county retirement. Looks like it's going up by 15,000, which is a 3.49% increase. And that's not something that we control. That's just the assessment we get from them, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I don't have any questions on this one. Dan, Crystal, anything from you?
We're all set.
FinCom?
I'm good.
All right. Move on to the next one. If I ever do move too fast and you want to go back to one, just holler and we'll slide back up. All right. This one is Medicare. Looks like a very nominal increase of $500
Right.
from 68 to 68.5.
Yep.
All right. It looks like our 4-year 25 expended was only 31. This year's expended is up to 41, which is sort of more in line with where we are in the year. Any idea why the 4-year 25 was so low?
I can't answer that. But I know for this year Medicare went up. But
Sure.
I'm not sure. I
Okay.
can maybe find out.
Is it
Yeah, Becky, if you could make that another note to get
Yeah,
a
that doesn't
like a
look right.
5-year
Yeah,
look
that
back
doesn't
on
look
that.
right. Yeah.
I just want to make sure we're aiming that at the right
Mhm.
dollar amount there. All right. Any questions on this one from
I was just
Dan
gonna
or-
ask you, it was normal the budget, if you're spending 40, is it normal the budget 50%? Or where's that come from? Is the expenditure gonna go up? Are we gonna see that at the end of the year? Is it gonna be up in June? I mean, closer or?
Well, I think that 41,280.95 is year in progress for this
Yeah,
year.
right. So that could.
So
that'll
I would
be higher.
imagine that's going to be closer to the 68 at the end of the year.
Okay.
But that's why
Right.
I was asking for a
Up to
couple year
25.
look back so we can have a better idea.
Okay, that makes sense. Thanks.
Perfect.
Yeah, we may.
Crystal?
Oop.
Sorry.
I'm all set.
Okay. Heather, did you have something else?
Yeah, I mean, I just think we need to check that 2025,
Mhm.
Yeah.
what was expended. Yeah.
Okay. The only other thing I was gonna say is, I'm a little uneasy. Well, I don't know if I'm a little uneasy about the postage. With I guess I probably should have thought about it a little bit more as far as the 3 elections coming up. I hope that's going to be enough for the increase for Wendy.
I mean,
Well,
Wendy
Wendy-
specifically
Wendy-
talked about that as part of hers.
And
Yeah.
she has it in her budget, Heather.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Wonderful. FinCom, any questions on this page, Medicare?
Oh my gosh.
Hi, Wendy.
Wendy's back.
Hi.
Hi.
So the local election postage is in mine.
It is.
The,
Okay.
the state election postage goes in the postage thing. I will get reimbursed part of that from the state, which Heather has put into, it's been transferred into the postage line item. But it's safer to have all the postage in that, except for the annual, all the state election postage amount in the postage line item.
Do you have a rough idea of how much that's going to be?
Oh, well, it was 2,500, and that might include census, some of census too.
Okay.
And did you budget that 2,500, Wendy, in your budget?
No, I don't. I usually have tell Heather to do it. I did not do that this year.
Okay, so
So-
Heather needs to we need to increase Heather's.
And I
So
could get a
let's
more, even
let's
if
do a
it's
5-year look back on that one also. Figure out what the expenditure is on not election years, and then make sure to add 2,500 or 3,000 to that for this year.
I
So
would-
whatever, because if it was 12 last year, it's 12 again this year, and last year we only spent 7, then maybe we only need 10 in there, and we can still get away with the 12. But if we spent all of it last year and it was the same amount, then yeah, we need to add another 2,500 or 3,000 or something.
I'll check
yeah,
with,
I just need to, I go back and look and see what the state had sent me to turn over into that postage.
Okay.
But I didn't talk to Heather about election postage for this budget.
We'll get it done.
Mhm.
Wonderful. Thank you for bringing that up. We will make sure that we get that taken care of.
Thanks.
All right. Any other questions on the Medicare page we're on? All right. Val.
I have one other. I mean, Heather, is that with the Medicare? Do we pay that monthly, quarterly?
Normally quarterly.
I mean, so there's some chance that it'd be good to see the past because it could be that we're almost done with this year, that we're actually, I don't know, so like it might be nice to figure that out. Like, are we always under budget or not? I was just gonna, apparently, because it might not be, it's not like 12 months like everything, it's quarters or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I can look into that tomorrow when I get to work.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Thank you, Heather.
Yep.
All right. Allie, please scroll us down to the next one. Here is our friend, health insurance.
Oh boy. So this, so this one I did, it is at a 15% increase.
Okay.
I did figure in two extra family HMOs, like we like to have just in case. But yeah, I figured these all out at the 15% increase.
Okay.
Like I said, hoping we're going to come down a little bit, but we'll see. I got my fingers crossed. But
I got a quick question.
yeah,
So if you're budgeting for an extra HMO family every year, do you ever end up with a surplus?
Yes,
And where's that go? How do we have a cap and when
I believe that gets returned to free cash yearly, doesn't
it
it?
does.
does it?
I think
It goes
Every
to
year.
back
Okay.
to free cash when it happens.
Perfect. Good. Thank you. So do it.
And it helped last year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's one of those situations where there's a lot of places where I don't want to leave extra money just for for no reason. But if we end up having even current employees decide to get on a family plan without notice to us, it can be a real budget sinker. So
mhm.
um, I'm fully in support of the two family buffer.
Yeah, I am too. As long as it just rolls back to free cash. Good. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Any other questions from FinCom on this one?
Yeah, is the buffer in the past years too? Like
Yeah.
you're always keeping a buffer in there. So it's just another question on why we hold so much budget when we're not spending
We
nearly.
do though. Many years we do end up having somebody who goes on the plan during the year, and we need to have that buffer. It's a unknown that we can't really control for. Someone's spouse can lose a job and lose insurance and be able to get on this insurance mid-year as a qualifying event, for example. And so that buffer is really just to protect the town from not having enough money to be able to pay that account.
Okay,
Right,
so
or
it just
somebody going from a single,
Good family.
gets married mid-year,
Yeah, yeah.
again, life altering.
So we've been lucky the past few years, it looks like then.
Yes.
The
Okay.
last couple, yes, but I think 3 and 4 years ago we had people come on mid-year.
Okay, sounds good.
Crystal, Dan, any questions?
No,
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 I'm
it's a good
good.
place to have a little padding.
Yeah, and I mean, unfortunately, it kind of almost looks like we're with these increases that I don't believe we're going to be in And I know we keep saying we want to increase that split, so the town pays more, but with these rising costs, I'm just not sure this is going to be the year we can increase that split either.
I do know that the Insurance Advisory Committee will be meeting again tomorrow.
Mhm.
And I think that's one of the issues they're talking about. Hopefully, I think they're wanting to increase the percentage the employer pays as one
Oh,
of their
I'm
topics.
sure, and I know we have many times in the past said we would like to be able to do that also, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just hard to
just
go
not
with the
sure.
Yeah, there's
hard to
always
have a 2-digit increase organically and then also try to take on another couple percentage points of the overall. It's a hard ask for a year like this year.
and I know we talked about that because I'm on the committee too for the insurance. And I know it's I understand that the employee wants more added, but I tried to explain that, the town's a little bit strapped, whatever. And I said, we kind of got to be careful of what we ask for and, um, and whatever. Not
Yep.
100% sure what I'm trying to say, but without saying too much.
No, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right, any questions on this insurance stuff? I know that a lot of it's still kind of up in the air and we won't have the final numbers until everything else falls into place. But
We should, we should hear something I would imagine by the first week in February, possibly.
okay.
That might be a little generous, but
Our agent said that we would hear within 3 weeks that they should
Okay.
complete all the calculations for the communities.
Okay. Great.
I keep bugging her and telling her, just drop it. We don't need to be paying that much. Just drop it a little bit down for us.
We're such a healthy community. We have great
Right.
water.
Yeah. I mean, we got
Great
awesome
water.
water. I mean, that should account for something.
Right.
People aren't getting sick over it. We're a much healthier community.
Insurance, Woodburn, they have to pay more, right?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, any other questions from either committee on health insurance?
So the current split is 70-30 or 65-35, depending on the plan you have. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
But the majority of the plans are 65-35, not 70-30.
The 70-30 is for the life insurance plans,
Okay.
not the health insurance.
Okay. Got it.
No,
But there is a health insurance plan,
yeah,
isn't
the
there,
HMO
Heather?
Select. Yeah, the HMO Select. It's the one
Which,
that's, yep.
yeah.
That one is 70-30. The rest of them are
Oh, I see.
65-35. Yep.
Okay.
And of course, the retirees are 55-45. So we got a split there too.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Okay, thank you. I missed that. I read that wrong.
No
Is that
problem.
the last page, Allie, or do we have another page?
And I think there's one more after this.
There's OPEB and tax title,
Yeah.
which neither have, well, OPEB, it is no, that's not going to change. No, yes, it is. This is a study year. So I had to up it.
Coming up first in the thing. It says here that the tax title has never been appropriated by town meeting. Amount was added to the recap. Department of Revenue doesn't want it that way any longer. It needs to be transparent and part of the regular budget. It looks like last year we asked for 9 and this year is 6.
Yep.
Is that correct? Okay.
Yep.
And we only expended 800 last year and 800 so far this year and 330 last year. Is 6 little enough, or can we go down to 5 even, or something like that? Or
Nathaniel, we're really hopeful that Heather is going to be able to carve out some time to start addressing our tax title issues. She
okay,
focused on it in her training sessions this summer, and it's an area you don't want to let go too far. But I think Heather's had the big Vadar transition this past year and has been knocking things down left and right, but I think tax title is an area to focus in the future, so I wouldn't want to restrict her any more than that.
There's
I
been
guess
a
I
lot
guess
of
a question from a naive person. What is this line item for? What does this money go to do?
Pay for lawyers mostly.
So this
Yep.
is for like doing research, our lawyers doing research for okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Gotcha.
Processing paperwork, processing,
Mhm.
Gotcha. Okay, so this is something where we could see an increase in that if Heather has the capacity this year to be able to do more of that, is what you're saying.
yes.
Okay, gotcha.
And it
That makes sense.
potentially could have the capacity to bring in significant dollars in revenue returned to the town that are
Okay.
outstanding taxes.
Yeah, the state changed everything so much and trying to keep up with it all and it's a lot more entailed now and a lot more detailed of what you actually have to do. I mean, you have to run to the people's houses now to post up warrants and all that stuff. So it's got a little bit more involved.
Yeah.
So yeah, if we could keep that there, that would be wonderful. And obviously, if I don't use it, I don't use it. And um,
No, of course. If I was just looking at the expended from the last couple of years,
yeah,
trying to
yeah,
figure out if we needed that much.
yep.
But if there is an expected substantial increase in the amount of work being done in that area,
Mhm.
great, wonderful.
Yep.
I still
Yep.
appreciate it going from 9 to 6. That is still a nice increase or a nice decrease to
Increase. Yep.
help the budget out a little bit there. So yeah, if 6 is the number that Becky and Heather think is the right number there, that's fine with me.
So
Just
I do have a question about this, Heather, and forgive me because I do not know the certification that you're going for.
Mhm.
Is being able to do this tax title work dependent upon you passing and getting that certification, that treasurer certification, or is this more of a issue, that you need to be able to have enough time to do this work?
Yeah, actually, it's a tax collector. Well, it's a tax collector more of an issue. Treasurer comes in play too. Um, but it's no, to answer your question, no, I don't have to have my certification to do the tax collecting end.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't need it for sure. It's just a matter of sitting down, getting out all the demand notices, not convincing people, but just kind of tracking people down, saying, listen, you do owe this, and bring their attention to it. As everybody knows that the tax collecting, it used to be at 16% interest. Now they dropped it to 8%. So we're not getting as much on the tax title accounts. So it sounds a little different, but we're actually getting more interest them not being in tax title than if they were in tax title. But that's not the way it should be. People don't pay their taxes. They need to be brought accountable for it and brought up to date
yeah.
for sure.
Heather, I got
Is
two
that-
questions. Do you get a senior tax work-off assistant that helps you with any of this?
No, nobody helps him with that. You're talking about the new tax title laws and stuff?
Yeah, no, just collecting, calling people, sending notices. I know,
Yeah.
we were in the process of talking about tax work-off credits for seniors.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have 4 people now. I think that we're entitled up to 8. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking for ways. I mean, that's almost, we give them tax credit, we lose some money in tax revenue, but it's something for seniors that could do, and
Mhm.
you're not paying them cash, we're just taking it off their taxes. So I'm just looking at ways to utilize those people and help. I mean, definitely Wendy next year's going to need help with 3 elections.
Mhm.
And just a thought. And then the second question was, give you a rough estimate how many people, owe over a year of taxes?
I hate to,
No.
yeah, I hate to put numbers down.
Yeah.
I definitely could look tomorrow, but maybe, I don't know. Maybe,
5%?
yeah, maybe 5%. Like I
Okay.
said, I'd have to really go back and
Oh,
take a
it's
look.
lower, Heather. I'm pretty sure it's lower.
Yeah, I was going to say more like it might only be like 15 people.
Okay.
that owe, like, say, for back taxes? Because there's really not. I mean, there's a couple that, we actually got to pay.
Mhm.
And right now, as I'm looking at it, as I'm thinking about it, there's only a couple in tax title, but after this year, when I start the whole process, the new process with these new people, I think we're
Mhm.
going to see a little bit of a jump in that. And that's why I'm kind of, that I feel like that 6 is a hard number right now.
Okay.
I mean, like I said,
All
I
right.
haven't actually done the new process yet, so I don't anticipate it being a wicked lot more.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, I know some towns that do tax title, the state's telling you, don't you go out and do it. You need to pay somebody to go
Mhm.
serve those warrants and stuff like that. So I don't know. I have to dig into it a little bit more for sure.
Okay. Thanks, Heather.
Sure. Oh, and to answer your as
The
far as
seniors.
see,
Yeah.
yeah, tax title it's very tricky.
Okay.
It's very involved, so I think it's not gonna. I'm not trying to. How am I trying to say?
No, there's a
I'm not
skill
trying.
that
Well,
this, yeah,
I'm
there's a
not trying to
skill and it's,
belittle
yeah.
anybody. Yeah, yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
trying to belittle anybody or anything like that. But I think by the time I got done explaining what could be,
Yeah.
what needs to be done, I've done
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Right,
So
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
you're not gonna go send an 85-year-old woman
right,
out to go post a warrant on somebody's house.
Oh,
you
they
got
might
it.
get the money faster.
I wouldn't underestimate those 85-year-old women.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. But
All
yeah,
right. Well,
that's a
thank
good
you.
point. Yep.
All right, any other questions on the tax title stuff? Wonderful. Let's move on down to our last page, which is OPEB.
Yep. This is where I was saying that this is another this year is a study year.
Okay.
So that's why I've asked for what I've asked because I'm gonna eat it up,
Um,
unfortunately.
for those of us who are new or those of us who don't remember, can you please tell us what OPEB is?
That's the retirees account. So for health insurance. That's what we pay. That's what we pay for. Right, Becky? Am I wrong?
Yes, there's a state statute that
Okay. Yep.
requires cities and towns to address their potential outstanding liability of continued health insurance payments, just like retirement, because towns hadn't, towns had addressed retirement, but they hadn't addressed health insurance. So the current fund is under 500,000. Hopefully with the $50,000 a year, we'll reach the 500,000 in the next year or two, which is a milestone where the money really does start to grow faster because the rules around investing it change.
Hmm.
So the OPEB is a state requirement. There's a lot of arguments for and against it. But it does give the Finance Committee and Select Board another tool once the fund develops to use in times of crisis because it can also be used to pay for current health insurance bills. Um, so it's a very valuable resource for the town.
2 years ago, no, I think it was last year, I actually did another split to get us a higher percentage interest rate.
Nice.
So, yep. So that was, I meant to tell you guys that. But yeah, we kind of, I sat down with the rep and everything, and we went around, went over to different things, and he agreed too. He's like, he said, I think you'd be smart to do it this way. So I did it. And it is yielding more than where it
Great.
was. So, and like Becky
But it
says,
is,
we hit the 500, then it just increases even more.
so it's an area that the Finance Committee does want to look at, and I will in Shutesbury, we were able George Arvanitis put together a tool that he shared with Hadley and a number of other towns that I'm happy to share. I mean, I'm sure he'll share with us in Sunderland. But the tool helps predict it's a great planning tool to predict at what point in time you can change your investment strategy or start to draw off some of the money. So valid is an area I hope to talk more with the finance committee about and the select board.
Gotcha. Thank you.
I have one other question. So it's each study you said is 3,500, but we need 2 studies in 1 year, or we're making up because it's our one budget year has 2 studies in it.
Right. That's what it is. They do it every other year. I don't know why we didn't shouldn't just do it every year. I'm sure there's a reason behind it, but they do. I think it's got something to do with the audit that we get done and everything. I think they have to go back 2 years and compare everything, and they try to keep everything up to date. So they do.
So next year the request will probably be 0, then the next
Right.
year it'll be 7 or
You got
8,000
it.
again. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. Exactly.
But you could just budget 3,500 a year.
Yeah, and it would just sit there.
This year we would need 7 because we don't have money sitting there, but we could next year, instead of zeroing it out, we could be in the middle and then do that going forward.
But if that money doesn't get spent, I thought we were
goes to
saying that
free
any money
cash,
not
yeah.
spent goes back to free cash.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true, because it's not a rolling count. So yeah, never mind.
No, but you
So-
can have carryovers. Just by alerting the accountant, you can have accounts carry over, especially like your audit account. This account would be appropriate.
Okay.
Something to think about.
It's a small enough amount of money that I don't know that it's one of those things that we need to worry too much about.
Yeah.
Like if it was $700,000, yes, I would want to be, evening that out year to year a little bit more. But this isn't such a huge spike that it's going to derail anything. So I'm not sure that the juice is worth the squeeze on that one, but that's just me. All right, any other OPEB questions?
The juice is worth the squeeze, Nat. That's neat. Well, that's what you came up with. I love that.
My boss uses that all the time. I can't help it. I hear it in the back of my head.
I haven't heard that before. That's
I have someone on my team that uses that all the time too, and it's just nonstop, at least 3 times a week.
I think they tell you in business school that like your first week and it gets spread out. But anyways, yeah, I hear it a lot. Any other questions on this line item before we move on? All right, is that the last page, Allie?
Yes, that's the last page.
Perfect.
So
All
I'm
right,
going to
thank you,
stop
Heather.
sharing for whoever wants to bring up the next one.
All right. So that's all we needed Heather for, right, Becky?
Yes. Thank you so much, Heather.
Okay. You're welcome. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. We
You're
appreciate
welcome.
you meeting us on Zoom, and have a great one, and we'll talk to you soon.
Okay, sounds great.
Good night.
Thanks again. All right. Bye.
All righty. So who else do we have in our meeting today? Do we have anyone else here to present?
We do not have Steve and the assessors here, Steve Nest Empowered tonight to
Okay.
present their budget. So I can walk you through it, or would you prefer to have the assessors here at the next meeting?
I mean, I guess the big question is, are there any real big surprises on it? If it's going to be one where we go through and say, okay, yeah, 3%, 3%, 3%, 3%, great. I don't know that we need to necessarily, from my perspective, make a big deal about having him come back in. I haven't had a
Okay.
chance to look at this one yet. Does anyone know what the numbers on this one are like?
So he has a couple, I think it was 3% on the salary ones, but I explained to him we don't need to list those, and it was a $2,500 request for training, but there's already money available, I believe, for that in the salary line. So we might be able to cut back there.
Okay.
This is an Excel document, so I can actually share it if someone wants me to.
That would be great. It's almost open, but go ahead.
All right. Everybody got it?
Yep.
All right. So yeah, the training is the only real line item I'm seeing any major difference in. And I would assume, Becky, that you've already talked to him about that, and there's a reason behind that training line item. Is that a
Yes, I wouldn't disagree with the training item, but
Sorry.
that's okay. I had a real heck of a time with this thing.
What is it doing? I
Is
made
it-
the font bigger. Now you can't see the numbers. There we go. I was trying to be helpful. I'll stop it. There we
It's
go.
Okay,
You
something
can
so
just
embedded
zoom
in that
in.
spreadsheet that's bad by far.
You can just zoom in and see where it says 100% down in the lower right. You
Yeah,
could
I was
zoom
just
in,
trying to
do it that way instead.
yeah.
That
I
might
was
not
thought
make
I
it
was
go
being
wonky.
cute. Yep.
okay,
perfect?
and I will verify that we really need the $900 increase and the 430 with Steve.
Okay.
And I think the 2,500 can be built into the assistant assessor line. I think there's at least 2,000 there. It might be 2,500. Depending, yeah. I'll have to look at that and see where his wage goes this year.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so I guess I'm getting a little confused here. The assessor salaries. They're looking at 2024, 2025, they were the same. And then they actually got an increase in their salary last year.
Did the assessors?
It looks like, yeah, it looks like a 200 and
I think we gave the 3% increase to, I didn't know if it was the assessors, but I know the select board got it. Planning board,
Okay,
Board of Health. Yeah,
all
so
right,
there had been a request to start having the elected positions get the 3%.
okay.
But I didn't think assessors got it last year. I'll have to check the number he used. 983, because that. Uh,
It's all right. It's just a question. We don't need to wait on it right now, but
yeah, let's take that
okay.
as a takeaway. And yeah, ask about the training. See if we can move that around a little bit. But yeah, otherwise, there's nothing on here that's jumping out at me as needing him necessarily to be here as long as we get answers to our questions. I don't want to speak for the whole board or the boards. So if Crystal or Dan has a different opinion, please speak up.
no, I'm fine.
Yep.
You know, like I said, just pending answers to those questions.
Okay.
I mean,
Val, how do you feel?
I just had a question about the computer support line.
Yeah.
It seems like again, it's one of those areas that they increased the budget, but they didn't even spend the whole budget last year. Is that right?
So that's to date.
Okay, so it doesn't, but so we don't know what they expended in 24. Again, that having that number would be helpful
Yeah, if we can get some historic number on that, that'd be great also, Becky.
because looking for that
It's
space
in
that
there.
we're
It is in your budget. That last year's. Okay. And it is, I got to get you your budgets. That's where you could see it immediately right now.
Okay,
Um,
gotcha.
okay.
And now, am I seeing an accompanying Word document here too from the assessors?
Yes.
Okay.
that's the description.
Okay. That lays out their
Yes.
rationale. Okay.
And it focuses mostly on the capital items they're requesting because one of their software, the software that does the valuations, there is coming to the end of its life, sort of like when they had to replace their other software with Vadar. So he's listing all the different options they're sorting through, selecting the cheapest one represented by the $7,000.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Any other questions on this? Wonderful. And do we want to take a look at the Board of Health one, or are we going to wait until the Board of Health agent comes in to speak to that one later?
The Board of Health does not have their budget yet because they are waiting on receiving numbers from the collaborative that is currently doing the Board of Health agent work
Gotcha.
for the town of Sunderland. So we are in desperate need of getting what they will be charging us at the end of this grant come July 1st. So they have promised the numbers, and we hope to have them for you in 2 weeks.
Okay. So that should be all of our budget review stuff. All we have left is the snow and ice stuff that we pushed off until the end. Am I correct in that, Becky? Am I missing
Yeah.
anything? Okay. So Val, if
So
you
I'm
guys
looking
want
for a
to,
motion from the finance committee to end our finance committee part of this meeting.
I'll make that motion.
Second? Anybody second?
I'll second it.
Thanks. All in favor?
I, Joe
Aye.
Elias.
Aye.
Hi, Aaron Kupek.
Hi,
I
Ally
technically have to
Dean.
say your name. Yep.
Aye, Val. All right. We are done. You
Yep, we
guys
will
get to
see
have the rest of
you-
this Zoom meeting to yourselves
and we will see you on February 9th for our next joint meeting.
in
Thank you all
person,
very much.
hopefully without a
Yes.
snowstorm.
I make
Yeah.
no guarantees about the weather, but assuming we don't have another
We
foot and a
don't
half of
control
snow
that.
outside.
I'd like to think that we shouldn't even try.
Exactly. All right. Have a good
All
one,
right,
everybody.
thank you, everyone.
All right, have a good night.
Thank you very much.
Everyone. Bye now.
Thank you, Finance Committee.
Thank you, Finance
You're
Committee.
welcome.
All right. The other order of new business is a review of the highway overruns on snow and ice wages and snow and ice materials. Not surprised we're talking about that today. I'm sure they have blown through quite a bit of their budget this last week.
Okay. Nathaniel,
Yes.
so what George has informed us that he has spent the balance of his snow materials and snow labor budgets. That being the case, he needs the select board to take a vote that we're now in a snow emergency and will continue to fund in deficit.
Yes. Which is, he's one of the few people we can do that with, if I'm remembering correctly.
Correct.
All right. Any discussion before we take a vote? All right, not hearing any discussion. At this time, I would entertain a motion to vote to allow the highway superintendent to overspend the snow and ice wages and snow and ice materials funds.
So I motion we allow Highway Department to deficit spend for snow and ice removal expenses.
Second,
All right, we have a motion made and seconded. All those in favor, roll call vote.
I, Crystal Drake Tremblay.
I, Dan Murphy.
I, Nathaniel Waring. 3-0, Becky. Thank you. Keep those plows coming.
I have to apologize because he has not fully expended everything yet, but he's very, very close.
Okay.
George is very much more careful than most highway superintendents. They usually just tell you when they've spent all the money. George has to date spent $8,436.51 of the $14,000 worth of wages.
Okay.
So we are still, he's leaving a balance of $5,500 with 2 months in winter left. He expects there will be several more storms.
Do we know if that includes today's storm or if this is numbers from before? Because I'm assuming they've done quite a bit of cleanup the last
It had to
40
have
hours.
been from before. Yeah.
Okay.
This one's gonna be
From my perspective, having the vote on the record for him to be able to spend into deficit means that when he hits that point, great, he's good to go.
Yes.
Obviously, he's not going to spend unnecessarily on that line item. So I'm fine with that standing as is. Any objection or discussion from Crystal or Dan on that?
I'm good.
I'm
And he
good.
specifically is asking to spend 10,000 more than what's available. So he's put a cap on his emergency spending,
Okay. Do
but
you
your
want us to
vote
do
allows him to move forward.
do you want us to do another motion then for 10,000 or leave it open-ended and he's self-capping?
If you're confident he's going to self-cap, I'm sure he will.
Well, so again, if he goes through 10,000 and we still have 3 more storms come in and he needs what,
Yep.
it has to happen. So
I'm kind of of the same mind of like, what's the point in incrementally bumping it up? Like he's going to spend what he's going to spend. It's whatever the weather happens. It's not like he's choosing which storms to go out and do and which ones, and we have to tell him to like do fewer storms. No, he has to do it. So I'm fine with it as it stands. If Crystal and
Yes.
Dan are.
Yeah,
I
I'm good.
am
Okay.
too.
Yeah.
Excellent. Sounds good.
Wonderful. All right,
And
that
let's
is all of
pray
our new
it's no
business.
more storms.
Yes, that would be lovely. All right, for old business, select board updates. Dan, do you have anything for us tonight?
I
No,
didn't prepare. I didn't prepare, but I did attend MMA. It was a great event. Saw lots of folks, got some good sessions in. I'll summarize my notes and prepare something next time. Just if there's anything that jumps out, but it was definitely a good event, and enjoyed seeing everybody there in Boston.
Great. Wonderful, Dan. Crystal?
so I think we have to go back to new business. Don't we need to do the ACO
You're right.
contract? Talk about
Oh,
that
right.
for,
Sorry, I'm sorry. I thought we were gonna pass over that because the chief wasn't here. We did talk about it with him last time. He had already presented to us. I'm comfortable
right.
moving forward with signing that contract if Crystal and Dan are.
And I can give you the numbers that you're going to be committing the ACO contract through the end of FY 26. It'll be $745.73 a month for 5 months for a total of $3,773.75.
And if I remember correctly, the chief said he had something like $4,800 in that account.
Yes, he has
So,
enough to cover this.
yeah. Okay. Crystal, Dan, any questions on that?
No,
No, I'm good.
All right. At the time, I would entertain a motion to approve the chief's request to sign the ACO contract with the Franklin County Animal Control.
motion to
I
approve.
motion we,
Okay, good.
no, go ahead, Dan, go.
Motion to approve the chief's request for the animal control contract.
For this fiscal year.
For this fiscal year.
I'll second.
Wonderful. We have a motion made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye,
Dan
Crystal Drake Tremblay.
Murphy. Dan Murphy.
I, Nathaniel Waring. 3-0 Becky. Thank you very much, and thank you, Crystal, for pointing that out. I would have missed
Thank
that.
you, Crystal.
All right, Crystal, do you have any updates for us?
Oh, Lauren's in the chat asking for the
Oh.
new business on the graves.
We can discuss that during public comment in about 30 seconds. As soon as we get through Crystal, Dan, and then Becky's updates. Crystal, anything from you?
Yeah, so we had South County EMS meeting. The new ambulance should be, I can't guarantee because I haven't heard, but it was expected to be delivered last week. So South County EMS should have a new ambulance sitting on their property. Now it needs to go through the inspections, the stocking, and I believe they were hoping within a month that should actually be on the road.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's great news.
So, yep.
Thank you,
That's it for me.
I don't have any real updates. I did attend the ZBA meeting last week. That was interesting. No real takeaways. At least none that I plan on sharing tonight. But that was interesting. We do have a executive session this upcoming meeting to discuss that and a number of other items with our town council. And that will be at our next meeting on the 2nd. All right, that's it for select board updates. Becky, anything from you?
I would like the select board to know that I'm having my final surgery this week on Thursday, and I'm hoping to get back to town hall in February. Just not sure of what date yet.
Wonderful. Good luck with that. I hope it goes well.
Thank you very much.
All right, anything else from you before we move on to Lauren?
No, I am. No.
Nate, I did have one more thing, just quick. The South County Senior Center, we did vote budgets. We did one to remain at 22, and then we did one for the 112. And those will be coming before us. I don't know what the date is, but in an upcoming meeting.
Great, thank you for that update, Dan.
Select board, I got a little lost in the meeting that was going to be set up with Deerfield and Whately. Did any of our select board members follow up with that? Crystal, do you know what happened? They were trying to set a date for the South County meeting and the South County EMS.
I have never been notified of a date for that.
Okay,
I know
I'll
they,
follow up on
I
that.
know they sent something out, but I haven't seen a final on that either. They're
Okay.
trying to get that sorted.
If you have capacity to do so, please reach out to the Deerfield Town Administrator or something like that to figure out where we are on that.
Yep, I will.
Great, thank you. All right, any other old business from Select Board or Town Administrator before we move to Lauren? Wonderful. Lauren, thank you very much for being here.
Hey.
Lauren would like to talk to us about the Graves building.
So I think you all know the Graves project was funded fully last year at town meeting, but then we ran into some stumbling blocks and the cost was high, and we explored another approach to see if we could save the town some money, and that has fallen through. So we are sort of back to likely needing to rebid it and also develop a strategy for how to proceed. So I've been in contact with both Nathaniel and Becky, and I've had I've had two meetings with the architect in the past week. We've got another one coming up on Friday. I think we have an approach to deal with the building code issues. But basically, I'm here to say, in order to move this along and get this project done, I'd like to volunteer to sort of take over the management. And I just need some kind of authority to do that. Obviously, we'll keep in touch with Becky and coordinate on all the financial matters, but we've just got to keep this thing moving at this point. And I think that would be the most expeditious way to do it.
And Crystal, do you have any questions on that or background that you don't have on it?
I don't think so. It just means spending money that we've already appropriated and just making it move right along and get done, right?
I feel like if I'm going to kind of manage it, I need something on the record that, I have the authority to, obviously any pay requisitions will have to go through Becky, but, I've got to be able to legitimately make decisions and tell the architect how to proceed. So I just think we need something on the record on that.
Crystal, any questions on that?
I'm all set.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Becky, for us to make a motion on that at this point?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Is it appropriate for us to, at this point, to make a motion to give Lauren the power to liaison with the architect and move that project along outside of financial decisions?
I think Lauren was deeply involved in the project before I got here
Yep.
last year, and she was the one who updated me on where we were at. Um,
I'm mostly just making sure that it's appropriate for us to do that in this forum, or whether we would need to add that to our 2 week from now or next week's um select board agenda to vote on, or whether we can just vote on it at this point.
I guess I'm just trying to sort through if there's any other, you guys, if there's any other concerns that we have to think through.
So that's why I think it needs to be on the agenda next week, because again,
Yes, doing it without it being on the agenda
Yeah, that's what
is a
I'm at.
problem.
So let's put it on the agenda for next week. We will have it. That gives us a chance to also have Dan and Crystal and myself and everyone think about it a little bit. And then we'll vote on that first thing on that next week's agenda. Sound good to
yeah, I
everybody?
just don't think we can vote on things without them having actual space on the agenda,
It does open them up to
unfortunately.
challenge if it had
Right,
Yeah.
that more so than if it hadn't been on the agenda. But
Okay.
it should be fine.
So we will have that be our first item for next week, and we will vote on that and make that happen.
It's on the
Perfect.
second.
Yes. And because I will not be at that meeting, I just wanted to comment that Lauren has the skills to support this project. I will continue to be involved. She's continued to let me know, and I'm getting to meetings if I can, if I don't have other pressing budget work or something.
Okay.
But she's more than qualified to do this. I just want to make sure that I do follow through on the parts she can't do, like the central register and a couple other things in the process that I'll make sure to be there and get done.
Wonderful.
Okay?
And Lauren, thank you for being willing to do this to get this project moving along. We appreciate it. The town appreciates it. And
yeah, very
it's an important
much
thing.
so, because
Yeah.
I'd love to walk in that building again,
Yeah. I think we
see
all
how
would.
it
You
used
can
to
walk
be.
in any Wednesday in the afternoon, so it's open every.
I know, I just want to see it
Mhm.
how I remember it.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful building.
Absolutely. All right. I think that is everything we got tonight. Unless I'm missing something, feel free to hop in now. At this time, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I motion we adjourned.
Second,
All right. We have a motion made and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor?
I, Crystal Drake Tremblay.
I, Dan Murphy.
I, Nathaniel Waring. Nathaniel, the time is 7:49 p.m. We will see everybody on February 2nd.